Oh.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Damage is way too high.
Alright, y'all, that's it. That's the whole video. Wrap it up. Take it home. That's all we need to talk about. Too much damage. See y'all next time. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. It's your boy Jeff, aka Foggy, back with another video. A couple weeks ago, I got to participate in the Guilty Gear Strive beta. And let me tell you, it was an experience, to say the least. I really wanted to wait until the survey period was over with and get my thoughts together before I put this video out. I didn't want to rush it. I also didn't want to throw together a sloppy video for the clout, because clout is outlawed. Outside the obvious UI being ugly and the character select being ugly as well, I don't want to focus too much on that because I'm sure all the surveys are going to really hit that point home. We talked about with netcode and having a rollback, talked about it so much in surveys and whatnot. They listened, they're going to implement it. They really did put a lot of love and attention into the design of the game, especially the characters and the moves and whatnot. I really appreciate that and what they're doing on that side of the design aspect. Another thing I want to highlight is that the stages were beautiful. I don't know the names of them, but every stage that we got to use and see just looked oh so good. There's so much little detail they put into the stage design and the stage transitions to where you can tell they're really taking their time to make this a good visual experience for everybody that wants to play. Obviously, you can tell this game is designed for a wider audience. They're focusing so much on the graphical fidelity of the game and the visual representation of the game, which I give them a thumbs up about that because I really appreciate the time that they're putting into that. Now, let me talk about the actual lead up to getting to the online portion of it. So the first 2 days, it was really just offline against the CPU, no training mode, no anything. So it was kind of boring. So I don't want to talk about it too much. In fact, you'll see a couple clips of me playing against a computer and whatnot, but it's fine. And I really love the fact that Faust gives everybody froze. Like, look at this. Look at Kai. My man's glistening. My man Kai's got the drip. Drip. Now, the part that's got weird was this. You go to the online menu, you get to it, and you have to talk to this guy that's a butler. You're in this mansion-looking thing. And he starts telling you about, oh, man, look at you. You're looking kind of, I think he says, like, tardy or draft or something like that. Basically, he says you have no drip. So I spent the next few minutes of the video going through, getting my drip on. Because, we got to be dripped up, dripped down everywhere we go. And so I go through all that customization, figure that out. There's a clown mask. The clown mask is a precursor to what's about to happen to me when this is all said and done. So I get through it, and I start working on everything and whatnot. I get my character nice, dripped up, like I said. Before I get my drip and everything on, you talk to the butler. You have to say, all right, you're looking good. Now you need to go and do this and select the lobby, blah, blah, blah. And this is where the clown mask comes back. As soon as I go to select the lobby, it says, you've been disconnected, or there's an error or something like that. So that kind of sucked. It's the lobby system. So you pick your lobby based off of your region and whatnot. I live in the Midwest, therefore my options are always going to be either East Coast, West Coast. The hardest part about it was finding a match. But before I get to that, you have to play this weird placement match with a CPU where you basically just beat up on them. I'm not going to show you that. And then you get put on a level. And with the levels is you can go up if you pass, but you can't fight down. So if you're at level like 5, you can't fight people in 4, 3, 2, 1. Got in the lobby, started playing some matches, and it was overall cool. And by cool, I mean it wasn't cool, because it actually took me about 15 minutes to find a match. And I walked around, and it's convoluted, put your weapon out, post up, throw some bows, blah, blah, blah. And it always kept saying, couldn't connect, failed, or whatever. 15 minutes into trying to find a match, when I think I'm about to get one, I disconnected. So that was my night one of the actual online technical part of it. I was like, I'm done. I'm not going to waste another 30 minutes of my life trying to play one match this game at this point in time. So I packed it up and went to the next day. My biggest gripe about the beta and Strive so far is how many slowdowns on counters you have. It doesn't do it on every counter, but oftentimes, more often than not, you get the slowdown on the counter. In fact, here's this clip where you can see how many times it's countered. I'm gonna slow it down. You can count the counter. So I'll be back. I'll be back. That's kind of the continuing trend of the video. I had 3 whole minutes worth of counters that I cut out. 3+ minutes. And that's not even going through my whole entire footage of the game. And you just kind of see how many counters there are, man. It's not even like the counter is what's annoying. It's the zoom in and the slow down every time. It's just distracting. Moving on the ground feels really good. It feels almost like Xrd at times. It's pretty fast. It might even be faster than Xrd. And it felt good. It felt fluid. It felt like it was a complete product. That was the most complete aspect of this beta, was the movement on the ground. It was comforting because it didn't feel like I had to relearn the wheel. Sure, there's a dash button you can use, and they want you to use the dash button. They really want you to use the dash button. But that's whatever. You can use that if you want to. You can not use it if you don't. But I personally wasn't using the dash button. I was trying to. It was messing with my flow. I need more time in the game to figure out how to use the dash button effectively. The part that gets weird is in the air. I don't have a lot of clips of it, but in the air, when you're dashing backwards, it's fine because it feels like you're doing a normal like instant air dash back and whatnot. As going forward, you get that little goal indicator showing that you're going forward, and I'm okay with there being like a pause because it felt kind of like how you do the D in the air jump forward or whatever. You don't have to have a pause and then you jump forward. That's fine, but the goal indicator is kind of distracting, and it feels way too slow. The timing of it's weird. It didn't feel consistent per character, and it didn't feel consistent doing it in a match. And then the last part that felt weird is going to be the Gatling system. So before, you're hitting, punch, kick, slash, heavy slash, dust, or whatever to do your Gatling. You put these buttons in a row, you get your Gatling, or you have your B and Bs with your characters. They don't really have true, I put in quotation marks, true Gatlings. You can do slash slash or slash heavy slash or follow stuff up with punch or kick, but you'd have to know what move and command level or special would do it. But once you would do that, it would end the string. I got to where I wanted to try some old B&Bs and a lot of them would work. Like Kai's, any of the Kai ones that end with Fireball. Fireball is just too slow. And so it just wouldn't work right, it wouldn't continue. But you can do Stun Dipper, not Stun Dipper, you can do Stun Dipper into it and whatnot. So I know they're saying they want to make this a new experience and they're making it to where they want to attract newer players, and I get that. But it feels like in a certain way, they're isolating a lot of the older players where it doesn't feel the same. And they're gonna have to put these new players in a bucket to where it's new, but it feels kind of constrained. There's a constraint there. It feels like they're just capping the level of creativity in the game and making it more ground-based, which is fine. But if it's gonna be more ground-based, can we at least get our Gatlings back, our traditional ones? I don't know how hard that is to fix. I don't know how easy that is to implement, but it just feels that the creativity levels are capped when it comes to doing this stuff. But all in all, I think aesthetically the game is pretty much there, minus a couple key things like the UI, character select, and the news thing and the model of the Online Lobby. Online Lobby can be fixed. Just you can have the house structure, but just throw the cabs in there so we know easily how we're going to find matches and not spend our time moving around. In fact, I walked around for 20 minutes and couldn't get a match one night. 20 minutes until I found one match. And I was so mad after that match, I was like, I'm not playing this anymore. So I actually didn't do the third day of the beta because I was wasting my time. It felt like I was just wasting my time by the time the game ends. Because it's still coming out late 2020, which honestly, Guilty Gear Strive's best asset it has right now is time. With all this going on with the world and everything, I honestly would be totally fine if there was a slight delay in the game, pushing it to maybe early 2021, letting it cook a little bit more, letting it get fleshed out, putting out some more technical tests and betas and whatever, getting more service and feedback to make a game that appeases both sides, which, granted, is going to be hard. Don't get me wrong. Appeasing both sides of this coin is going to be very difficult. But the greatest asset they have is time, and if they can do that, they'll make a product that everybody's going to enjoy and everybody will thoroughly want to be a part of. So that's really it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it didn't ramble too long. I hope it makes sense. I really do appreciate the time that you guys take out of your day to watch my little videos. If you feel like it, or if you're feeling inclined, please like the video, comment, or leave a sub, share it with your people. Do whatever is best for you. I don't want to force your hand or anything like that. But thank you once again for coming through. I'll catch you guys in the next video.